The average university receives over 50,000 applications per year. Spots are very limited. Only a couple thousand spots exist at each elite university. So the question is, how do you differentiate yourself from the rest of the pack? What do you need to do to make your application stronger? How do you rise from the 50,000 to the 2,000 that get selected? Well, I'm here to tell you, the most important checkbox that you need to check off as an otherwise average applicant with no hooks, low income, underrepresented minority, unique family situation, to increase your chances of admission to an elite university drastically. You need a spike. A spike is a singular focus in one area or niche that makes you shine above the rest of the application pool. You have to realize that colleges don't actually want well-rounded students. They want a well-rounded class. That means that instead of doing math club and music and dance and art and medical research on the side, and you're also working at NASA, which are very impressive, but don't show a singular focus in one area. You want to focus on one area of interest and focus your entire application on it. Say you're interested in medicine. You'll want to start by selecting 3 solid extracurriculars that relate back to medicine. A couple of examples are doing medical research in a lab, volunteering at a hospital, or shadowing a doctor at a clinic. Even better than this would be doing medical research on blood cancer, shadowing a hematologist or a blood doctor, and volunteering at a clinic's blood drive. Then your spike becomes clear. You're an interest who's interested in hematology specifically. Of course, you have to explain how you got to that point in your essays, which I'll be going over in the next video as well. But you're much more memorable to the admissions officers than the well-rounded student that we discussed earlier. Can you remember which extracurriculars I even mentioned without scrolling back? In this video, I'll give you one more example of a set of extracurriculars that you could do to strengthen your spike. If more than 1,000 people like this video, I'll make a part 2 of 3 more niches that are most commented down below. So back to the video. If you're a student interested in pursuing engineering in college, 3 extracurriculars I would recommend that you do to strengthen this spike of engineering that you have is leadership in your school's robotic or engineering club, material science or any sort of engineering research, a bonus if you can get your paper published, building a unique design that has any sort of tangible impact no matter how small. With any spike, showing that you have leadership experience is crucial. Having research experience is great as well. It shows that you have the analytical capabilities needed to succeed in college. Lastly, having a project that you worked on independently, within your spike of course, is a highly positive add-on to your application, as it shows that you are dedicated to your craft without needing any sort of school or national recognition. Furthermore, if you could implement that engineering design and make some sort of tangible impact, no matter how small, not only is it fulfilling to you, but it's very telling to the admissions officers about your dedication and ability. Now, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, your essays need to add on, validate, and work in tandem with your extracurricular spike to solidify your application and lock you in as that special applicant that has a clear passion for their area of choice. Let's go back to the example of the student that demonstrated their passion for hematology in their extracurriculars. His story would make a lot more sense if he had a blood-related condition and wanted to ease the pain of those that were experiencing something similar to him. No, I'm not saying that you should fabricate your interest in something, let alone lie about a condition you have. The point is, you likely chose a spike because it was somewhat interesting to you. So tap into that feeling. Why were you interested in the first place? What motivated you to pursue this field? How does it make you tick? These are all questions that would help validate your passion for your spike. When you strip it down, you are a stranger to the admissions officers. A stranger upon whom they're deciding whether they want to make a 4-year commitment on or not. Thus, they need to trust you first and foremost. So what does this mean for you? Not only does your application have to be memorable, but it needs to make sense. It would make no sense if all of your extracurriculars were about hematology, then you don't mention it in your essay at all. The admissions officers will be wondering, well, why did this student choose hematology for his extracurriculars if he's not going to write about it in his essays at all? When you see a student that's passionate about hematology, you wouldn't expect them to write purely about hiking in their personal essay, do you? If your spike is medicine related, show compassion for others, how much you love your community, and your desire to become a healer in your essays. If your spike is engineering related, write about your outside of the box thinking, your creativity, and your passion for building things. A good essay will make you a good applicant. And a great essay that connects back to your spike and develops it into a story and a human is is what makes you a great applicant. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any more questions, drop them down in the comments, and I will see you next time.